Afternoon, team. Hope you're well and you've had a fantastic bank holiday weekend. As you can see, we're ready for another walk and talk, and today, and I know that some of you will have had a nice alcoholic beverage over the weekend, I'm sure. But I want to talk to you a little bit about a term that I've started to get my head around a little bit and try and understand it, which is how do we become mentally sober? And there's a few things here that sort of resonate with, under the influence of alcohol and what that does to the mental, emotional and physical well-being. Both sides of the coin, when you've had it and when you're sort of that sober. Now, for me, to be mentally sober, that is free from, the anxieties, the emotional pressure, the stresses, the things like that. And for me, there's certain things that happen when I'm not mentally sober. So for me, that cognitive functioning, that irrational response and decision making is something that's slow. It's not accurate. It's not who I want to be. There's all sorts of challenges there, and it affects that mood, and there is a hangover from it as well. So one day you've got all that going on, all those stresses and everything sort of building up, and that can impact you for the rest of the week. It has done for me. I'm sure it happens to us all. So for me, being able to manage and coach that, so that actually I'm mentally sober, I'm starting to become the person I want to be, and I feel happy and content with that. And also, the people around you get a better, aspect of you. So there's lots of different things that I introduce. Now, obviously, with alcohol, one of the number one things is to not drink, so that we're not under the influence of alcohol. Now, one of the things that I want to do is try and do things that's going to mitigate being under the influence of, anxiety or chronic anxiety or stress. Now, obviously, stress is not a bad thing. We need stress. We need that pressure to respond and, reflect and move forward. But some of the things for me is taking time for rest and recovery. So for me, being able to use the breath as an anchor, meditate, sort of think about inside myself, check in with myself, absolutely key, because there's so much going on out there that can influence the way we emotionally feel, etc. So we've got to take that into consideration. The other things for me is sleep when we come to rest and recovery. So, trying to make sure that you get your 8 hours a day of sleep. The 8 hours of sleep a day, but make sure it's good quality sleep. That all helps. It helps for repair, restoration. You start to get the positive sort of memories come through. So that's a good start to the day. So making sure that you've got that'll support your hangover, refresh, etc. The fourth one for me is taking part in activity. If we can have some sort of psychosocial engagement with others, again, you're moving more, you're feeling good, you're releasing endorphins, the dopamine comes after that. So that's all good stuff. Again, that is another component, another ingredient that helps me get over that hangover and makes me mentally sober. And then the last one really is the nutrition, the food that we eat. Again, there's some real ingredients, some food that can help support that. And obviously trying to have a plant-based diet, eating your fruit, your veg, having 5 to 7 portions of that a day is all good. And that's exactly what we're sort of trying to achieve. And all those things together gets me to a place where I do feel that I'm mentally sober. Now, don't get me wrong. There is some things that can, affect that. But it's important, again, that you use those things there. Again, sort of, that meditation, creating space between you and the issue, and then you can respond appropriately. Now, if you're not mentally sober, that gets harder to do. So doing these things consistently is absolutely key in ensuring that you do that. So yeah, just a bit of insight. Again, it's all personal experience, my own interpretation of it, but hopefully that puts it into perspective and some easy language really to understand. So there you go, there's your 5-minute walk and talk, and yeah, hopefully it helps and supports you in the rest of your week, guys. So have a good one, take care, and I'll catch you soon. Cheers.